Hi everyone, 2 videos, 1 day. Sorry for the spam. I'm in a new space today that's very much not set up in the way that I love, but that's okay. That's a story for another day. I thought that this video might be a helpful add-on to the other one that I posted today, the développé mini movement video. We've learned coup de pied position before, but retiré, although it is similar, is fairly different and can sometimes be a little finicky to find. It's especially challenging if you're a new dancer, but honestly, even for experienced dancers, it's still odd to enter in some days when you're a little sore. So when you're lifting from coup de pied position, there are a couple of different schools of thought as to the proper tracking of the leg. In the syllabus that I'm trained in, the Cicchetti method, the proper way is to go up the side of the leg. So as soon as you exit your coup de pied position, you're going to track the side of the leg. So as I was saying, as soon as you leave coup de pied position, your toe immediately goes to the side of the leg. Still diagonally, but pretty well immediately to the side. There are even some movements in the center where we completely bypass coup de pied and instead come from this little relaxed coup de pied position straight up the side of the leg from the heel, toe licking the foot all the way up. In other forms, dancers are asked to follow the path that they track to or from. So if you're doing a retiré from devant, sorry, my hands are in fifth here, from devant, and you're landing devant, then you're going to track up the front of the leg and then back down the front of the leg. When you're doing a retiré passé, so from the front to the back, you're going to travel up the front of the leg, switch, and then travel down the back of the leg. It all depends on which fifth position you're using, which I'll demonstrate here. If you are doing a passé derrière, that means that you are moving your front foot to the back. So passé derrière in this position will be lifting the front foot up the front of the leg, transition to the back, and then down the back of the leg to your other fifth. Passé derrière on the other side looks the exact same. Doing a passé devant, that means you're passing from the back to the front. So you start drawing up your back foot, up the back of the leg, transfer at the knee, down the front of the leg. Just like that. If you're doing a passé in the Cicchetti method, it's up the side, down the side, sneak it, up the side, down the side, sneak it. That's all. In some of the movements that we haven't quite gotten to yet, like the pirouettes that we're going to do in the center, people will always track up the front of the leg if you're leaving from fifth position. It's the easiest, fastest way to get there, and you gotta get around. If you're finding that this position is particularly hard to get into, there are a couple of exercises that you can do to make it easier, and even if you already find it relatively easy, these can help get you stronger. So we want to take gravity completely out of the equation and actually lay on your side. So I'm gonna do this one in my little studio space. So we're getting rid of gravity and lying completely on our side. You still want to have an active core, so if you need to keep your head up, that's okay. Otherwise, your head is going to be completely down and you're lifting underneath your side here, okay? Your bottom leg should be active and straight underneath you. So your ankle is in line with your hip bones, is aligned with your shoulders, okay? Everything's stacked. Find your turnout on your supporting leg and extend your, falling backwards, extend your top leg. Again, maintaining engagement on that supporting side. Keep yourself balanced with your hand, and you're going to slowly begin to lift the leg all the way up the side, only using the piriformis, glute medius, and a little bit of the glute max to get the leg up. You should also feel the muscles in your hamstring moving, hamstring back here, all the way up. Doing so without pinching the thigh. Awesome. When doing that exercise, you'll want to practice it at least 5 times per leg per session. And as long as you're not feeling any pain or pinching in the muscles of the hip, it is something that you can do every day. If those words that I said, those muscle names, make absolutely no sense to you, that's okay, because I actually kept all of my anatomy cards from undergrad. Scratch that, I actually can't find the one with the muscles that I need. I need the anterior hip, and these are all like front of the hip and like the torso. So I don't know where I left those, but that's okay. So we're going to look on my computer instead. Okay, this is so bunk, guys. I'm sorry, I just didn't want to screen record. All right, so this is the back of a person. This is glute max. So as you can tell, glute max is on the back of the pelvis. If we, hold on, let me just like scroll up a little bit here. That's the front, that doesn't matter. This is the pelvis. This is from the front, so the anterior view. These big bones back here are the back of your hip bones, and these little bones up front, those are the ones that you feel, sorry, up here. Those are the ones you feel when an instructor says, find your hip bones and keep them even. Down here, this part, this femoral head, greater trochanter, so you can see, that is the femur. So that is your leg bone. And that is the thing that we need to rotate. See how the femoral head is in the hip socket there? That's what we want to rotate when we're going into retiré position. So hold on, let's go back down to the muscles here. Glute max doesn't touch the greater trochanter, but, sorry, there's so many lines here. Greater trochanter. Yeah, where is it? Piriformis, this one. And glute medius do. So does this guy, but he's too small. We don't care about him. Who cares? These two do work on it. So they're a little bit higher and smaller than glute max. They're a little hard to access, but you can feel them at the top of your hip bone here, and you'll definitely know when you're using them in dance. It'll feel very different. Thanks for coming to my anatomy lesson. I hope that this offered a little bit more insight into retiré position. I'm happy to do like a full conditioning video for more clarity if you would like that. They're a lot of fun to do, so I definitely can. Especially if you're looking to just focus on one thing, like holding it longer, getting there faster, or balancing in it. Those are very attainable goals that have a directed purpose that I can help you with. Thank you so much for coming on this little anatomy journey with me, and stay tuned for Thursday. We're doing grand rond de jambe and développé en tournant, I think, another 2 in 1 day. I'll see you then. Bye.